Hey guys, Mr. here again for another video today, and we are back with our Operation Get Ovi Cup. And surprisingly, well, I shouldn't necessarily say surprisingly, well, no, it is pretty surprising, but Alex Ovechkin has finally gotten past the Pittsburgh Penguins. Now, I know it's kind of old news already, but yeah, Pittsburgh losing. We will have new Stanley Cup champions this year. Ovi has finally made it to the conference final for the first time in his career, and for the first time in 20 years for Washington. They make it back to the conference final. Now, they are eyeing to see their first Stanley Cup in, I believe, franchise history. Although with the loss of Nicklas Backstrom, hopefully he can come back as quick as he possibly can, because I'm sure they're going to need him here for this Tampa series. And just to make it even better, an even greater story for Ovi, he scores, gets an assist, leads his team to victory in game number 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals against Tampa. Hopefully his Eastern Conference goes better than ours, though, did in this sim, because we lost in 6 games to the Toronto Maple Leafs. Which, yeah, kind of sucked. We lost Game 1, won Game 2, lost Game 3 and 4, then won Game 5, but unfortunately Game 6, a 1-goal game, and that 1 goal was enough for Toronto to beat us. We couldn't even force Game 7 to get that much closer to the Stanley Cup Finals. So, I'm going to go look at the point totals of the playoffs, because I don't remember if I ever showed you guys, but it was just not good. Like, we just did not do good in the playoffs. We had 12 points from Backstrom, who was our leading scorer, 3 goals and 9 assists. Then Nichushkin, Burakovsky, and Vrana all tied with 10. Ovi had 9, and he was tied for the most goals on the team with Nichushkin at 6. So Ovi did not do very good. Yeah, our top line just didn't do good. Backstrom, Nichushkin, and Ovechkin. Although I did end up splitting them up. It was our third line that really did wonders for us. I believe that was Eller, Burakovsky, and Vrana. So yeah, they all had 4+ goals. So, you know, that's a pretty good line. As for Holtby, I believe he did really good. Yes, he did. It's been quite a while since I've done a video in this series. So yeah, Holtby, hopefully he could have a season like that again in this next one. But we will see. Now, I don't remember if I did or not, but I think I might have shown you guys the awards. But if I didn't, we're going to now anyways. So Toronto won the Cup. President's Trophy went to Pittsburgh. So again, the President's Trophy curse continues. St. Louis made it to the final against Toronto, who ended up winning the Stanley Cup. And what a great season it was from St. Louis. I'm pretty sure I did show you guys this, because I do remember Shen winning the Art Ross. So Shen with the Art Ross and the Hart. Norris went to Letang. Lady Byng to Tyler Sagan. Calder to Owen Tippett. Conn Smythe to Frederick Anderson. Vezina with Vasilevsky for the 2nd season in a row. He also won the Jennings this season. Bill Masterton to McQuaid. Selke to Bergeron. Ted Lindsay to Shen. And then Tarasenko with his first Maurice Richard. So, yeah, that's basically it. And I guess it's just time to get into the NHL entry draft. It's only Season 2. We haven't gotten through this series all that fast. Now, let's see what the first... Well, we've got 2 back-to-back picks here from Calgary at 14 and 15. And they also have the 18th pick. I might have missed some. We actually do not have a first-round pick this draft. So when is our first pick? Do we have a second rounder? We do not. Okay, how about a third rounder? I believe we only have, I think it was like our only last 4 draft picks. So we have our third rounder. Okay, so yeah, but the first 2 rounds, nothing will be there from us unless we choose to make a trade, which is definitely a possibility. There are 2 franchise players that I could obviously go for, Nico Escalainen and then Hans Rietzel, who I did make, and then Jack Hughes as well. And there's this Russ Rokan, defensive defenseman, and then this Rich Coyle, left-wing 2-way forward. So the top 5 is going to be really good. Now, I don't really plan on moving up into the first round, so let's at least sim to the second round, and we will see how the first round went. So high franchise in Escalante, medium franchise in Rietzel, high elite in Hughes, Coyle a medium elite, Rocan medium elite, Caulfield high top 6, Foot high top 6, Rodriguez medium top 6, 77 overall, playmaker who is 5'8". Interesting. Then we had Reimer 76, medium top 6 as well. Then Crab. So the top 10 was very, very good. Clifford Crab. Even outside the top 10, looks to be pretty good so far. Howard Camper, Bill Mewey, Ooh, I don't know. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce that guy's name. But a two-way, 66 at 17, that's really good, to be honest. Green Tree, that's a weird name. 72. Bomez, sure, 70 at 18. So yeah, like I said, the top 15 was pretty damn good. And oh, that Sloan guy, I did see that guy. He's a medium elite out of the first round, who is a goaltender. And a low elite in Finley, 18. Julian Finley. All right, so let's sim. Might as well sim to our pick now. Let's see who we can get. Actually, let's go back real quick. See the second round. Anybody that would be a decent second round steal, I should say. By the looks of it, this draft does not look all that great. Medium elite and Pelletier, Gilbert Pelletier, probably a French name, but saying it in English is a lot harder for some reason. Actually, I do need to look at the third round as well. So let's just see. Yannick Valenti, I know is not medium elite. I wish he was though. Tommy McDonough, a defensive defenseman. Jose Howden, okay. Andre Denisov, Theo Nicholas, Noah Laoun. Good durability, a decent shot for a defenseman. That's interesting. Well, power-wise at least, not accurate. Decent skater, good discipline. Well, let's go with Noah Laoun, the offensive defenseman. He is, oh god, okay. He is 18, medium 7th. Now let's go back. Low top 6 and Moroz seems to be our low top 4 seems to be the best pick in the third round so far. Another low top 6. Yeesh, this draft does not look very good here in the later rounds, and we're only in the third round, and it just did not look very good. Okay, now let's sim to our fourth round pick, and we'll see what we can get here. So a medium 7 or low 7th, sorry, Sergei Chistov, Olivier Desroches, or Desroches, Oliver Castleman. I'm not going to go for him because he's real. An enforcer defenseman, could go for him. Luke Wilson, Vyacheslav Kulemin, Vaclav Herbas, Stanislav Morozov, Per Oland, tempting. Nikolai Dadonov, and Mikhail Antropov. You know what, we're going to go with Oland just because why not? Low top 9 actually is not too bad, better than what I had expected. We actually have another pick in the fourth. So hopefully this pick can be just as good, if not better. There is an elite goaltender, or projected elite goaltender there. He actually has the best potential in the draft right now. Alright, well, on paper at least. I think we should probably go for him just because it could be a trade asset for us. Logan Schwartz, sure, we'll go for him and we'll see. Medium fringe at 58, that is not good. 58 at 19, that is just not a good pick. Then we have a 5th round pick as well. So let's hopefully get a better pick here. So I'm not going to look at another goalie. Thomas Harley, a 17-year-old. Samuel Huo, I believe he is not good. Maxence Quena, that's an interesting first name. Jackson Bellamy, he is severely underrated, I believe. I feel like he should be a lot better than that. Stanley Peckham, I think I may just go with him. A safe pick in Peckham. Why not? Medium top 9, I believe he was 19, so that's not great. Yeah, we sim to our next pick. Peyton Krebs, I believe, also very underrated. So let's, or what is this, sixth round pick, I think it was? I think so. I'm not going to go for Brunner. I believe he is not great. Yannick Brunner, nope. Let's see this guy, Yuri Afanasenkov, I believe a created, or not Yuri, well, computer-generated goaltender, so we could go for him. Tim Burney, a lot of these players are actually real. Lundmark, though, I don't know if he is. Steven Dansk, don't know if he is. You know what? Let's go with another Swede, Steven Dansk. Medium AHL top 6, that is not great. And then we sim to the 7th round pick, the 3rd last pick of the draft. Should we just go for a random selection? I feel like, why not? Well, let's just see. What about one of these medium bottom 6 guys? Any of them 20 years old? Or at least 19? Another Eskalainen, Hanu Eskalainen, maybe Nico's brother. We'll go for him. Let's see, AHL top 2, not great, and then the last 2 picks of the draft also were not good. So that draft was very poor, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I should have traded into the 1st or 2nd round to get a better pick, because those those draft picks that we just made were not good. And we did that in relatively quick fashion. Usually it takes me a little bit longer to do the drafts, but since we're here, I'm obviously going to do the re-sign phase now. But yeah, like I said, I'm surprised that didn't take me all that long. Now we have $14 million in cap space, and next year we have to sign Backstrom, Holtby, and Nichushkin. Okay, wow. Christian Juice is an 87 now, and he wants to get some money. And to be honest, a 2-year deal at under $5 million for an 87 is pretty good. But I think I might try 3 years at $5 million for Juice, just to see how he enjoys that. I don't think that's a good enough contract for him, but we will try it. Now to Tom Wilson, who is looking for a lot of money, which I really just don't want to pay him. I could get him. He's also listed as a 2nd liner, which I think it's time to get a better 2nd line forward than that. Now Burakovsky, I don't mind paying all that much, or paying that much money. 2 years at $3.5 million for him. I feel like that's a fair contract for him, especially after that postseason he just had. Brett Connolly, he wants a decent amount of money. I probably will bring him back though. De La Rose could actually play in the NHL, which doesn't seem like a bad shout. Let's try 2 years at $1.2 million, just see if he likes that contract, because like I said, he could play in the NHL for us. I'm going to let Svedberg go, because I'd like to find a better goaltender, or a better backup than that. Remy Ellie will just give him what he wants. Jay Beagle, he's 33 right now. I'm just going to release him. Chandler Stevenson, let's just give him what he wants as well. Ryan Reeves, why I even have Ryan Reeves, I do not know, to be honest. Andy Walensky, a decent AHL defenseman, so we'll sign him to a 2-year deal. Nathan Walker, I'll just give him a 1-year deal. That's what he wants, and that's what he's going to get. Is it Jakub Jarabek? I think so. Yeah, it is. Jakub Jarabek. Well, I'm going to release him. He's just not very good. Where did Eric Fair go? He's way back here. Eric Fair also going to release. Phoenix Copley, I'm going to release as well. And Mitchell, let's see. We can sign Mitchell. Just give him a 1-year deal, though, instead. Lewington, also a 1-year deal because it doesn't really matter. Vanasek, will he be our starting goaltender? Maybe. Williams, I'm not going to re-sign. I'll just release him. Alright. So we have some players I could sign now. Peckham, I might sign. Is there anybody that actually has a decent potential that I should sign? Not really. Well, actually, Oland. Oland can actually play in the AHL as well. Because he is a Swede. Other than that, is there anybody else I want to sign? Maybe I could sign Logan Schwartz. Was it Logan or Luke? Luke? Logan. Logan Schwartz, yeah. Wait, is he Canadian? Let's see, if he's Canadian, I'm not going to sign him. No, he's American, yeah. Okay, well, let's sign him to an entry-level deal as well. Yeah, there we go. And Peckham. Should we go for Peckham? Yeah, why not? We'll give him a, yeah, we'll just give him what he wants. So, there we go. So, I think that might be everybody we are going to offer a contract to now. Let's go back to advance a day, and we will see how many people come back. So, Remy, Ellie accepted. We'll just see if anybody actually rejects. Looking good so far. Not a single person rejected. Alright, so that's not bad. That was a lot easier than I thought. Christian Juice locked up for the next 3 years. Had a very good contract for the offensive defenseman that he is. Now, let's go to the actual contract spot, and let's just see what we got right now. So we've got... Alright, let's go through forwards. Let's sort it by an overall, and we'll see who we have on the team right now. We have Ovechkin, Backstrom, Nichushkin, Kuznetsov. Okay, so that's pretty good. And then on our second line as well, we'd probably have Burakovsky and Vrana. Maybe. I really like someone better on that second line. Like, I'm tempted to have Ovechkin and Backstrom and then someone else on the top line, then have a second line of Nichushkin, Burakovsky, and Kuznetsov, and then a third line of Vrana, Eller, and... Oh, yeah, I forgot about Zadina. I guess it depends on how much Zadina grows. If Zadina grows a decent amount, he can most definitely fit on that top line still, or get put on that top line. So, yeah, I think Wilson for sure I am going to release. I'm going to qualify him, see if anybody wants him. As for Connolly, let's see. Do I want Connolly? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we have 13 possible players to play in the NHL for us. Baptiste could grow in overall, so could De La Rose. Really, so could Barber. Zadina more than likely will. So you know what? I think Connolly I will release. Just because I don't think we need him. And yeah, like I said, I feel like everything there is good. As for anybody is there anybody I should sign? Chapman, no. Dansk, no. Okay, so actually let's check in the system just to make sure. No, we're good. Okay. Now to defensemen. Let's see. So Geiser, no. Escalante and Laoun, no. Let's go to the main roster. And so what is her top 4 looking like? Carlson and Juice, Vlasic and Johansson probably. And we have Nudivara and Sigenthaler. Still, I just don't know, as our bottom pair, which is not bad, to be honest. Why is he listed as a defensive defenseman? He's really not that great defensively, and he's got higher offensive awareness than defensive awareness. If one of them should be a defensive defenseman, it should probably be Nudivara. So I might change Sigenthaler's player type to a two-way defenseman. Yeah, so I definitely need to sign some players for the AHL. As for goaltenders, we need to sign a backup. We could have Vanasek and Schwartz in the AHL, which, to be fair, isn't all that bad. So yeah, right now, all we really need to sign is a backup from free agency. Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have enough forwards, unless there is like a very, very high top-notch player I could go for. Which, to be fair, since it's year 2, could Artemi Panarin go to free agency? I think so. You know what? Let's just send him to free agency and we'll find out. I believe that means Mitch Marner could be there as well. Imagine that. Marner, Ovechkin, and Backstrom. I feel like that would not be a bad line whatsoever. But anything could happen. So let's see. Sign free agents. Who is here that may come to this team? Okay, we've got Blake Wheeler, Drew Doughty, wow, okay, Oliver Ekman-Larsson, Artemi Panarin, Matt Duchene, Ryan McDonough, Yanni Gourde, Jake Gardner, Nick Schmaltz. Ooh, okay. We have got quite the good amount of players here in free agency. So we've got Blake Wheeler. That would be very interesting to bring to this team. Or has had 2 back-to-back point-per-game seasons. Bringing him onto that top line, I feel like would be absolutely nuts. And as for Ekman-Larsson, I'd almost rather trade Vlasic and sign Ekman-Larsson. And we could have Juice and, oh my god, we could have Juice and Johansson on the second pair while Ekman-Larsson and Carlson are on the top pair. But that's a lot of money I'd have to give out. I don't want to sign Wheeler to that big of a deal, but if I save some money, I could give him like 8.7 for the next 7 seasons. And then Ekman-Larsson, I'd have to give... I'd almost like to lock up Ekman-Larsson, though. How about 5 years at like 7.4 million? So that's a combined 16 million, essentially, for just 2 players, which would be something very interesting, but it was something I would almost like to try. As for goaltenders, like I said, we also need to get a backup goalie. Probably would be Anton Forsberg. Garrett Sparks, I don't think I'd have to give anything up for him if I signed him at a 1.2, no. So Garrett Sparks could be our backup as well. Yeah, so, yeah, I think I'm going to end the episode here, guys. And I'm going to need your help. There's actually a lot of goalies we could have as our backup. But yeah, Wheeler is interesting. Ekman-Larsson is interesting. Doughty, I mean, I could go for him. That's obviously a possibility. Or we could go for Panarin instead of Wheeler. But adding Wheeler on that top line, I think, just makes it a lot better defensively. It totally does. Wheeler would make that top line with Backstrom and Ovechkin just so much better defensively. And that's kind of what that line really needs. And obviously Wheeler can throw around the body. He can score. He can pass. I think an addition of Wheeler like that would be very nice. As for Panarin, he's just offensively minded 100%. I don't know. I think I'd rather Wheeler, to be honest with you. Plus, that would strengthen up our second line quite a bit. And there's also Yanni Gourde we could go for. 2 65-plus point seasons in a row. I don't know, guys. I'm going to need your help. I'm just going to scroll through this as I end the episode. But yeah, you guys are going to have to help me out here and let me know what I should do. So that is going to be it from me, guys, in this one. Hopefully you did all enjoy, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.